Hello and welcome to the Drawing Animal Podcast with Wesley Bear. I am your host, Wesley Bear, and on today's episode, we will be talking about the squirrel monkey. This is a small monkey from South America, only about 16 inches in length, resides actually all the way from Central America in Panama all the way down through most of South America to Bolivia. So it also occurs in places like Peru, Brazil, um, Colombia. So definitely a wide-ranging monkey that lives mostly in the tropical rainforests of those regions, mostly in the region that is the understory of those jungles. So you have like a canopy understory, and then you kind of have the floor, and then kind of a middle range and all that. If you remember the descriptions of rainforests in your school, so in the understory is mostly where you're going to find them. They like anywhere that meets a river or stream so they can easily get access to fresh water, but they will also enjoy areas where there are cultivated crops because they're more than willing to feed off farmers and all that sort of stuff. So, um, those are kind of the two main regions you can find squirrel monkeys in. A lot of their food is based on fruit and vegetables and other vegetation, even flowers, but they have been known to rely on also insects, bird eggs, um, any arthropod. So also um, in that area of um, like crabs and stuff, they'll actually even feed on those. They'll mostly feed on those during the dry uh, part of the season when kind of everything has, dried out. So there's very little in terms of that kind of food where things are growing in bountiful things. So they rely on insects mainly during those off, very desperate seasons. Um, Squirrel monkeys are known particularly among monkeys of the New World is because most monkeys in the New World have prehensile tails. Squirrel monkeys actually do not. This kind of makes them somewhat unique. But they will still use that tail as their main source of getting around in the trees because it basically acts like a that rod you see that tightrope walkers hold, help them keep balance. That's basically the main function of a squirrel monkey tail. So it still enables them to leap between trees and run through the tree branches with ease. They will actually be able to jump over 2 meters, which is actually pretty amazing considering how small squirrel monkeys are. They actually have very strong thighs. Their thighs are pretty short and muscular, and so that actually allows them to jump pretty far for a monkey their size. Um, Squirrel monkeys are also known for um, their mating styles, which include that they're pretty, like most monkeys, pretty willing to go after any partner that'll have them. So they'll have multiple partners on both sides, males and females. After a couple of uh, months, mating usually um, begins sometime in September. So after 4 or 5 months, there'll be a baby who's born during the early dry season in like about January, and she'll stay. The baby he will stay with mom for about 4 to 5 months, so they'll be weaned off in about 2 weeks. They'll stay close to mom, start to become really independent around that 5 month period, and then fully independent after a year. And that's why there's also a pretty big gap between when squirrel monkeys will have another baby. So usually there's a 2 year cycle between when a female will have her next kid. So those are some basic overview of squirrel monkeys. And I wanted to bring this up because I was watching a program called Our Zoo, which is about the history of Chester Zoo in England, and I thought it was really fascinating. And one of the very first animals they have is a squirrel monkey named Mortimer. So I figured, oh, why not do squirrel monkeys? But yeah, if you haven't seen the program Our Zoo, I've just seen the first part, but it is very, very good. So excellent kind of summation of like what people are willing to sacrifice for, kind of um, the modern movement of how we treat animals in captivity, dealing with kind of all the family dynamics are all really good, and the actors are all really good actors. So, and the uh, one playing his youngest daughter is very delightfully, unabashedly cute, and she's really good. So, there you are, the Squirrel Monkey. If you like my stuff, I have 3 books. The Crazy Creatures series, which you can find on Amazon under the name Wesley Bear. So you should be finding them pretty easily. In the meantime, enjoy nature, enjoy drawing, enjoy God's creation, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.